Where do I start? I have a mother, but she's alive. I'm allowed to use the word disappointment. The only image I ever had about my mom was my own reflection. The major part of my life, I've had to struggle with depression. I dropped out of school for a very long period of my life. She called the night she died. I could have called her back. She needed me in the most difficult time of her life, and I wasn't there. She was an oxygen. She couldn't breathe on her own. The annoying part about this is I've been asked once in an interview, what is my greatest fear?
Losing
and I
your
told
sister.
them, losing my sister. Jackson, we've been through it.
Okay. So the green couch is yours. Okay, so what would you like to talk about today? JDJ.
That's a lot. I like to talk about my sister, Esther, actually, that's her name.
Your sister?
Yes, she's late now.
Oh, so sorry about that.
She died last year.
Last year?
Yes, November last year.
Jesus.
She was basically the most important person in my life. She was my best friend. She was my mom. She was my biggest support system. I think she was my only support system at the time. She was more than a sister to me, actually. She was everything I ever needed. She lived every ounce of her existence caring for me, taking care of me. I'm not perfect. Actually, I'm far from being perfect. I'm a very flawed person. I have wronged so many people in my life. I've done so many things to her that I don't think I deserve her as a sister, or ever did deserve her as a sister, but she always stood up for me somehow. My dad died when I was 10. I've lost a lot of people in my life, mostly family members. My dad died when I was 10, and he was an amazing father. That man raised us all up and made sure we never had to experience my mother's absence, even if it was there, but he tried to make it not noticeable, that we don't have to feel it enough. We never lacked anything, at least anything to our understanding that we needed, we had. He loved us to the moon. He was incredibly smart. He made sure to always tell us stories and to give us this brief explanation on his trip, because if he was a historian, on his trips, just to make us feel like we were all part of his life, like the journey he was having to go through. I'm happy he had someone like my sister Esther. The thing is that all over this time when I was having to go through all of this, like the death of my dad and the major part of my life, I've had to struggle with depression. It's been a very, very rough patch for me. I think that's why I discovered that I'm actually a very good writer, because there's so many emotions, so many things I wanted to say, express myself, that words can't just do it for me. And I couldn't say it because of people wouldn't understand how I was feeling. But writing did that for me. And the first person who saw what I wrote and knew that, okay, you have something. Like word manipulation, sorry. Word manipulation, what the heck, was really good. Was my sister. She saw like a jot of something I wrote on the table or something like that. She took it up and she was like, what am I writing about? And then she read it completely. And she cried. She came to hug me. That she's always here. If I ever need to talk, if I'm ever going through anything at all, she's always here. We're having accommodation issue at the time because it was getting really hard for my sister and brother to pay the house rent and do a lot of things, and my school fees. She was on paying my school fees, taking care of not just me, but every single one of us. So it was getting really, really hard for her, and she had to tell me to go stay with my mom, because my mom was in Lagos. but distance herself from us for some reason. My sister got introduced to this guy by this woman we so much call her mother. She would wake up very early, go take a bath, come back to shop, pray, do this, and every single thing she was going through, she was still very much spiritual. She never gave up hope or faith. I don't know how that girl did it in her life. I just don't know the kind of strength she had. She was going through the worst period of her life. She finally got into a relationship with the person my mom introduced her to, but that was the worst relationship of her life. He was not just only emotionally abusive, but he was also physically abusive. He beat her once to a point where she couldn't walk. Her legs were swollen. He's broken my hand a couple of times. But I'm flexible. So this bone already, I don't even know what happens to this bone. I don't know what happens to this bone. But whenever it shifts to the back, I just give it a while and then I snap it back in. She then hugged me, touched my hand. How am I feeling? I said, I'm good, I'm fine. She was like, you've always been a very weird kid. Like, I'm a very flexible person. I was like, okay. But I tried to get into a conflict between she and the guy, and that happened. So sometimes she invite me over. Even if he doesn't want me around, she invite me over. And then she purposely delay me so I'll sleep over. Because then I can't start going home by that time. So she sent me somewhere very far and tell me to take my time there. I shouldn't rush back. So then I already get the scope. And the time we go into a physical combat, physically, where I used every ounce of my strength to fight. I knew I was going to lose, but I didn't care. And then I kind of realized I actually had strength. I was not just the soft boy everyone thought I was. I actually had a lot of strength in me. But my sister was on the floor bleeding. She couldn't get up. She was just there, crying, screaming, bleeding. She was looking at her leg. And I was looking at her leg like, this is not happening. Nah, this is not happening. My sister and I have always been the closest out of all the siblings. So growing up, after that happened with the house, everyone just splitted. Everyone went here and there. But my sister and I stick together. Wherever she was, she would always find me. Wherever I was, she would always find a way to come. And every single time, even if I gave her so many reasons to depart and just go her own way, she never did. She told me once that I'm stuck with her, she's not stuck with me. so this is like a do or die situation. Whatever I want to do, whatever thing I think I'm doing in life, I should just remember that it's me who's stuck with her. And she's never leaving. She understands what I'm going through, but she's always going to be there. We had really amazing memories. And when she fell sick, it was the worst period of my life. Because I was sick for a long time, and she never left. She never gave up. She never abandoned me. So when she fell sick, I blamed myself a lot of time. I didn't notice it. I didn't see it. I could have read the signs. Because if I'm like what you call the brain of the house, I'm the one who always sees everything, who reads a lot. That's something I do for fun, actually. That's something I won't even get into it. Because if then you think I'm a nerd. And I'm not, honestly. But I didn't notice it. I didn't see it. But before then, I lost a brother. He was in the Nigerian army. He was good. And he didn't deserve that. Even if we weren't so close, like me and my sister, he was my brother. We spent a lot of time together. We did martial art training and he beat the hell out of me. And he was an amazing artist. Daniel's drawing skill was on another level. Everyone thought he was actually going to go into art and all, but he never did. He wanted to serve his country, but he so much believed that the problem of this country is not just about the government, it was also about the people. We blame the government for every single thing going wrong in this country, but we also have a hand in its destruction and downfall. We have a hand in our fellow citizen hardship. We contribute to it on a daily basis. So it has to do with just one person has to just stand up in wanting to make a change. And he said the best way to make a change, or the most effective way to make a change, is to go into the force. And he did. In 2 years of him into the force, and this is his. I've been wearing this for only God knows how long. I haven't taken it off.
Take it easy, man.
I miss him a lot. Just my sister called. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
I just don't want to break. So myself today, I was just going to be happy because I want to leave her memory in happiness. My sister and my mom went out at a time like that. I've forgotten what day it was. But it was so sad that people thought they were sisters. Like, they thought she was the older sister. That was the sad part about it.
She had worked too much.
Because she had aged way more than my mom.
From work.
I don't know why I call her that. Way more than Vivian. She had aged way more. That woman is just a complete. I'm sorry for using the word, but a disappointment. I know I'm not perfect, and I'm just as much as a disappointment, but she takes it all. She takes every single bit of it.
You're not a disappointment.
Have you met me? Trust me. Trust me, I am.
You're not.
I look at myself and I'm like, I'm a David Jackson, and what have I done in my life? I have nothing to show for it. Every single decision I've ever made in my life was with the help of my sister. I talked to her about everything, like literally everything. I've never had to go a day without talking to her. Now this is August, and she died in November, and I'm still trying to figure out my steps. I live every day thinking about her, and I hated the church for like a very long time. I hated people in the church, and I know they're probably going to see this, but it's the truth. I hated the choir, and I still do, and I don't know why I do, but I still do somehow. But I reached out to them for help. I used to didn't want that because she's had to face a lot of disappointment in her life, especially from the church, but I did. I reached out to them. I sent them every single document, videos, and every single thing they needed. They were asking so many questions, and I answered each one. I never left a message unread. I never held back any information. And if I heard back any document that was required, every single bit of it required, I sent it. Taking pictures while she was sleeping, taking videos while she was eating, unaware videos, and sending just for them to see how she was on oxygen. She couldn't breathe on her own. It was hard for her. It was really, really hard. That girl was going through the worst period of her life, and she needed me, and I was just not around. I was just far. I couldn't do anything. I felt helpless. I felt very much helpless. Like, this girl has lived her entire life for me, taking care of me, and right now she needs my help, and I'm just, what am I? And I need to her every single day. Just, I wish I could do more. Just wish she was here somehow. Because I feel like you have the right words to say, you have the right things to say, and so all of this time in my life, I always wanted a motherly love. I always hated myself for not having a mother, but little do I know that I've always had that.
In her.
So I've always wanted it to come from the ideal person, the woman who gave birth to me. But I never knew that I've always had that love. I've always had that person in my life who was always there for me, who never gave up. She took me out. First of all, I went to the studio to take a picture. That picture is still with me to date. To take a picture. That's the only picture I've ever taken, like a photo shoot of me. I don't do photo shoots. So I went to the studio, took a picture together, then I took solos. It was nice. And then went to Hitray, got meat pie, got ice cream. It was just so nice. And she looked at me, she just told me that she loves me. And I'm dramatic. So all through that day, she's been talking to her boss, that her brother birthday, it's her brother birthday, she needs to go home. She needs to go home, because if she doesn't come home that day, I was going to kill her. But she needs to go home. She came back home because of me. I didn't know how to feel. I was just 10. I didn't know how to process all of those emotions. I didn't know what they meant. I didn't know what she had to sacrifice. I didn't know how much all of those things went deep. Just 10 years old. It really didn't matter to me. All that mattered to me then was the ice cream and meat pie I was eating. And I went back home and I slept. And right now I'm thinking about it, about every other moment we've had. The time she calls me when I was out doing modeling shoots, and she would tell me who is there. Sometimes always very interested in my love life, wanting to know if I'm seeing a guy this time, if I'm seeing a girl. Because she just wanted me to be happy. And for some reason, very protective and interrogative about every single one I've dated. But now I'm understanding it because of our relationship. It wasn't perfect. It was far from being perfect. But when I was at the hospital, although I wasn't always present there, because it was November period where we rehearsing for the Christmas concerts in church, and I was asking them for help, so I always needed to be present, even if they didn't verbally say it. I just felt I always had to be in church somehow. I was always going to church because of rehearsing, and that night she called. The night she died, she called. But I didn't pick. So I go back home, I saw her missed calls. I called back, she picked up the call, like, where am I? So I just go back to the house. I'm very tired. I'll call you once I'm done taking my bath. Like, there's so many things. I was so interested because of that day in church was like amazing. The songs we did were just so good. And my vocals were like Oh, top notch. They were just given. It was. I said I was gonna call her back somehow. I just had to take my back because I had the entire Lego dust on me. That's literally what I said on the call. And she said she wants to talk to me if I can come down to the hospital. I'm like, girl, it's late already. I'll come to the hospital in the morning. I promise you, I love you. I will take my bath now. I'll call you once I'm done so we can have more conversations. And I'll tell you about what happened in church today. She said, you call me back. I said, yes. She said, are you sure? I said, yes, I'll call you. Then I took my bath. But I forgot to call her back. I slept off. My phone was there. I was on WhatsApp replying messages. And I just slept off and I didn't call back. And I woke up the next morning to 5 missed calls. And I just knew something was wrong. Like, a part of me woke up and the other part wasn't just there. Like, I could feel it that something was wrong. Even before I checked my phone, I could just feel that something was wrong. I woke up with this body pain and just this very off mood. So I went to my phone to check my phone and I'm seeing missed calls from her. When I saw the missed call from her, I just like, wait. I need to process all of this first. I went to wash my face, brush my teeth. I was still very hesitant to call because if I was scared of calling, somehow I was just very scared of calling back. A part of me just knew what had happened. Somehow, a part of me just knew something bad has happened. So when I called back, my mother picked up the call and she was crying. And I knew something was wrong. She was crying and she asked me where I was. I said I was home. And she said Esther was gone. And I didn't understand how she would tell me Esther is gone. I just spoke to Esther last night. She's like, Esther is gone. Esther died last night. I said, no, nah, can't be. You're lying. Spoke to her. I thought I was going to see her this morning. You joking? If this is a joke, just, yeah, you got me. It's very nice. Good trick. I want to talk to my sister. I want to talk to my sister. I told her I was going to call this morning. I told her I was going to see her this morning. I could have called. I could have called her back. She needed me in the most difficult time of her life and I wasn't there. She needed me more than any other thing in her life and I wasn't there because of, guess what? I was so high on my own excitement. I ignored that my sister was in pain. The one person who mattered the most to me in the entire world, I ignored all of those signs. She needed me. And then I called my older sister, Guinness. Guinness is my immediate elder sister. We're like twins. Well, that's what people actually always call us. And Guinness could not even talk. Guinness was broken, saying her only sister is gone. And my mother was gone. We had plans for December. We had plans for that year. We had shows we wanted to see. I downloaded movies because of her. I downloaded movies on my phone I wanted to see. And she wasn't there to even watch it. She was there. There was this event coming up in church that we're supposed to like stream together. I was supposed to be there physically, but I thought I was going to come back to the hospital, so we were streaming together. And she died before the event. I just didn't know how to feel about it. Just the way hard planned and she left me. And I wasn't there for her. The time she needed me the most, I wasn't just there. She asked me to call back. And I couldn't. I didn't call back. My mom has only ever cared about herself. She has never cared about anyone else. And the one person who was always there for me is no more. A lot of times, my mom will use her as a means to get funds from people. Where were the funds going into? No one knew. Because of we were still the ones running around. My sister was in oxygen for months. She couldn't breathe. Do you know how it feels like to have to leave and not know how to breathe? It's like your brain forgets how it works. She was on oxygen for months and we had to pay 7,000 naira per hour. Do you know how much that was? It was hard for her having to see her go through all of that. Esther is the strongest person I've ever met in my life. Esther is the best person I've ever met in my life. So now, somehow, when people talk down on ladies, when people talk down on women, I just have this ache in my stomach, just this anger. Like, you don't know what women go through. You don't know what they had to give up. Women are one of the core foundation of every single establishment we have in the world today. I don't know. Women are like amazing set of people. And my sister lived her entire life proving that. I'm not saying this because she's my sister. I'm saying this because I've seen her works and I've seen the kind of person she is. She was one of the most talented designers I have ever seen. And I've seen lots of designers. I've seen lots of works out there. But she was good. I said was good at what she does. Really good. I learned a lot of things because of her. We would spend nights at the shop making clothes. It was amazing. That girl was good. So that girl was good. My mother, on the other hand, sold 2 of her machines the second day my sister died. Yeah. Mother of the year. That's what she is. There's a time I told her, okay, you have to leave this guy. I don't know how it's going to be, but we're going to come up with funds. I could come up with like half of the funds. I don't know how that's going to happen, honestly, because but the in Nigeria is not what we all think. And I'm just going to come up with half of the funds. However it's going to be for you, whatever I can come up with, we'll figure out something. Even if we're going to save extra to get a place, it doesn't have to be a big place. It could just be a room, self-contained, but a room in parlor, 2 rooms, whatever we can afford. But as long as we're just there together, as long as you have left him, I'm fine and I'm happy. She was like, okay, let's do it. It took us a very, very long time to finally do that. And for the first 6 months of us in that house, it was complete shit. That house was a mess. I would go out and people would see me like, oh my god, Jackson's living the life. Jackson is the Jackson is that. And I'll go back home to my shitty apartment with my lovely sister, and I did not care. I did not care at all. It didn't matter to me. We step out, and I hate stepping out. Step out, and people are like, Jackson has come from a very rich background. I'm like, I don't know why you guys have this expectation of me. I just don't know why. Like, look how you dress, look how you look how you skin, look how you sound. I'm like, if only you knew. And I'll go back home to my shitty apartment. But it took a while for us to finally put it together. Like, we finally did what was necessary in the house, and it was good. But before then, it was just messed up. Just very messed up. And we didn't care. We loved each other. It was good. As long as we brought that together, that's what mattered. But then she fell sick. And I'm supposed to notice, because when I was sick, she noticed every single thing, like every single detail. It was like I was a bomb waiting to explode for her or something. But she noticed every single detail about me. And she, on the other hand, I just didn't see signs until it was already too late. And I went into the bathroom once, and I saw blood on the floor. At first I was thinking, have I caught myself? The blood was still very fresh. So I was like checking, my brother kind of shocked. I was checking my brother like, why am I not feeling any pain? And I off my clothes, checking my legs, checking my hands, and I was checking my face. I looked at my neck. How did this blood? Then I was like, talk about it. Wait. This girl was like here like a minute before you came in. Like, but I didn't see it then. Like, probably I didn't know. He said, so I went out and I went to meet her. And I didn't tell her anything. I just touched her body and she was burning temperature. Like, her temperature was to the clouds. And then my heart just broke. I then checked what she was wearing before. And I saw blood and it was soaked with blood already. It's like, why didn't you say anything? She's like, she'll be fine. But that was when it was already kicking in. It was already getting really, really bad. It's like, okay, this is serious. I called my brother that was like halfway across the globe. I told him about it in tears. I was crying because I was afraid to lose my sister. And the annoying part about this is I've been asked once in an interview, what is my greatest fear? The thing I feared the most in life.
Losing
and I told them, losing my sister. I don't know how I'll be without her. Like, my sister is my world. Just losing Esther would break me. And then I did. The church disappointed me. Disappointed me to the point that they weren't even picking calls. I was calling. And they were picking calls, and then it got to a point where someone had to tell me he's not in the position to do anything. And I was like, what do you mean? This is someone's life. And you're telling me you're not in the position? Can't you talk to someone? Is there not any other person you could talk to? Like, the person who is going to authorize it is on leave. And I was like, so he's on leave, not like he's dead, not like his phone is unreachable because of people can still reach him. This is my sister we're talking about here, and her life is literally on a thin thread, and you guys are telling me that the person to pull. So okay, people in the church that even if the choir is that messed up, that's we're there. Even if not financially, like emotionally, mentally, that we're there to support. Like I had, you don't have to support someone financially to really do a change or to make them feel like you're there. Midday, her name is Midday, listen on Instagram, but Midday, Roda, Corridor, jeez, these people, former exactly, these people held me together. Individually, not together. But Roda especially, Roda always made sure I was fine. Calling to check up. Roda turned up for me way more times than I can count. So just sometimes even till date, I think it happened last week where I just called her and I cried on the phone. I just lashed out, I just cried. I miss my sister. I miss her so much, and it's still like a dream. It still feels very unreal that she's not here. Because I still send texts to the message. I know, call me crazy, but I still send texts to her WhatsApp number, like telling her about how my day went and about how frustrated I am. I don't know. So now that WhatsApp number is like a diary to me. Somehow waiting for her to respond, even if I know that's never gonna happen. But and I go back to listen to voice notes of her. Just go back to listen to voice notes just to hear her voice. So now I've sent most of her voice notes to a different line in case that number gets deactivated, so I don't lose those things anymore. She meant the world to me. Alright, so
Jackson.
She saved my name on her phone as Midnight Sun. I saw it once and I was asking, like, what does this mean? I know it's poetic and I give you credit for that, but what does this mean? She said, for some reason, even if the world is falling at its feet and everything is like really, really crazy, I always just find it, I'm always just very optimistic about things, and I always find a way to make everyone happy, and just even like to my friend group, I'm like the jovial unhappy person. So I'm always just find a way to make everyone laugh. Let's just forget about how shitty things are at the moment and just be happy, talk about happy times. That's why laughing is like my core personality. So she named me Midnight Sun, like the sun that shines in the darkest of time. And that was so emotional. I was like, ooh, don't get emotional. It was really amazing. And now that name is in almost every single thing I do. It's my Snapchat, it's in almost every single thing I do. That name is just there. Midnight Sun is like a significant name for me right now. It's just so many. She took the best part of me with her, and then somehow it's just, I try to take comfort in the fact that she's happy now and she's not in pain anymore. Because she was in serious pain. She's not in pain and she's fine. So when I finally came out about my sexuality, it was She didn't let that rest. Christ. She didn't let that rest at all. She didn't let that rest. So I've never been the religious or spiritual person. Actually, I've always been spiritual, but I've never been religious. I don't really believe in the church. Because if my dad case happened, I prayed, we reached out to the church, but they disappointed us in the worst way possible. And then my thing happened, me realizing myself or discovering myself. And then I'm hearing that I would burn in hell, I would go to hell from someone I so much adored. Can you imagine how that played in my head? I hated myself for like the longest of time. I hated myself because I looked like the woman who didn't care about me. And if anyone sees her, they'll be like, check is not your mom. Damn, you look so much like. I hated that. Like, don't you ever say that. Like, you look so much like her. And sometimes I'm like, you even smile, you guys have the same smile. And I'm like, wow. Just funny. You got jokes. Really nice jokes. But my sister was always there. My sister told me. She's always known. She's always known it's different. She's always known something about me. Just that she wasn't just sure. And she wanted me to just come out to her. So everyone in the house always knew. Even my dad knew before he died. Like, this boy isn't. Not like I was girly or anything. I was never girly. But you could just tell that this boy is different. She's like, even if she's not so comfortable or she's never been so familiar with the whole LGBTQ, the whole rainbow thing, I should always know that I have her. I should always know that I am loved. And then later she'll be like, hey, you're gay. So for like a week, she tormented me with that. Sometimes we get into arguments. She'll be like, I don't argue with rainbow people. Yes. I never really had a mother. Or I have a mother, but she's alive. But she's... Am I allowed to use the word disappointment?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
And that's like the only... I think that's the only word I can use to describe how she's ever been in not just my life, but in any of us lives. She was like a complete disappointment. She abandoned me when I was a week old on the stairs. It was terrible. My dad came back from work and met me on the stairs crying. But then I was 1 week, so according to his explanation, I didn't have enough strength to move or to turn. Basically, that's why I was just there crying for hours. And he took me up, giving himself excuses. Probably she went out to get something, or she just needed a minute because if they were having issues at the time, that time of their lives, the marriage was falling apart. And it was a lot for them. It was a lot for her. I'm trying to see things from my angle here. Actually, it wasn't a lot for her. She was just something else entirely. And he went up after a few hours and she's not back. He checked the wardrobe and all her things were gone. Realizing that she has actually left. And she left me on the stairs. My siblings had no idea the mother had left because we went around at the time. And when he came back and had to explain that the mother is never coming back again. At first, I think they thought she was dead or something because of, I don't know. Later understanding that she's very much alive, but she just left. Like, she has left us. My sister, that moment, knew that I needed a mother figure in my life. She was not the best. She was very frustrating, trust me. The only image I ever had about my mom, like the only image I had of her, was my own reflection. And I hated that so much. I hated the fact that I looked like her. I looked like the woman who gave up on me. And then she came back. She came back when I was 14. But then my dad was dead already. And I was sitting on the couch. I remember that day is like so very fresh in my memory. I was sitting on the couch just pressing my sister's phone. Then BlackBerry was still a thing. It was still very big in town. My sister was in a BlackBerry Board 4. And I was pressing her phone. I was playing a game then. I think Sudoku, like that. Yes, on her phone. And this woman walked in and everyone was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I looked at her and I was like, this face looks familiar. But I was thinking probably just like lost long aunt or something like that. And she went into my dad's room. My sister and brother went alongside with her. And then I was hearing screams and shout and my sister come out crying. And I was like, okay, drama watching because what is going on? And then later she came back out. Delayed, it came back out. She sat and then she asked, "Where's John?" And I looked at her. I was like, that's weird. I'm sitting right in front of you. I'm sitting right in front of you. And then I said, that's John. And my sister said, this is your mother. I don't know. Right there, I just felt this heartbreak. Like this rage. This. She looked so young and she looked so pretty. She looked so beautiful. And I don't know why she would have left me somehow, but she looked so. I looked at my sister and I looked at her. My sister looked older than her. Like she's aged due to stress and every single thing she's having to go. I was just 14 then. But my sister was looking older than the woman who gave birth to every single one of us. I stood up and I went downstairs to my neighbor's house. Even when she was calling me back, I just didn't want to see her. I just didn't want to talk. Because I was trying to process it that, wait, my mom is here. Like she came back. So I went to my neighbor's house and they were all surprised that like I came to the house because I never actually go out. I never go to people's house. I'm always to myself. And I just told the girl, my mom is around. And she was surprised, like, huh? Your mom is around? I said, yeah. She's upstairs. And then like, okay, let's go see her. And they just left the house and went upstairs. But I was still there, like, trying to process it. Like, later they came back. I'm like, oh my god, the mom is so pretty. They don't understand what I was feeling. How I was feeling, like, 14 years of my life, and she's here. Like, she doesn't even recognize me. She didn't even know I was sitting right in front of her. Like her own son. I was sitting just across her and she couldn't even tell that was me. So I went to stay with my mom. And the first week I was there, my life was already a living hell. I felt sick. Seriously sick. Like the normal malaria typhoid thingy. Because if the water was bad, there were mosquitoes literally everywhere. The power was awful. And food was even worse. My mom is a great cook, no offense. She's an amazing cook. That's something I can't just take away from her. But she barely cooks in the house, and the food she always gets for me to eat was just terrible. I ate it and I'm like, that's what I have right now. And there's a time like that I was having to face a lot of things because I dropped out of school for a very long period of my life. And she never even asked. Like, you never came to her head to understand why or to even ask why I dropped out of school. She'd come back late from work, drunk, smoking. It was just a lot. She was My mom, which was really, really old, or she was very old actually, but she was wearing provocative clothes that would show a lot of parts about her. And I was just telling myself, I didn't want to think about the worst. I didn't want to just create this image in my head that this is what she's doing. But sadly, that was what she was doing. So I took a walk a time like that one night. Took a very long walk with music in my ears just to clear my head. And I came back to the house. There wasn't power actually. I was having just 10% of my phone. So I texted my sister a couple of times, thinking she was going to respond because we spoke like every day. We talked like every day. We used to gossip about random things. Well, that day she wasn't online, and I called her. Her phone was switched off. So I came back to the house. I opened the door and stepped in. I was trying to lock it when the power came on, and I was like, oh, finally. So when I I don't know how to say this. This scarred me and broke me to the bone. I saw my mom having sex. I caught my mom having sex with someone that looked just about my age in a living room. And it wasn't like she was even wearing, or probably she was half naked. Then I would have run. I don't know if it would have made the case a little bit better or somehow, which is I had. Boy, I was a lot. I'm trying as much as possible just to smile about it because I don't break into tears. I'm trying as much as possible to just leave past it, just move on my life. Because right, I'm 24. I can't keep on having that much hatred in my heart anymore for her. I don't hate her, but I don't love her. To me, she's just not important. I don't hate her enough for her to have that much space in my head, for her to have that much space in my heart. I just want to forget about it and just move on my life. I saw that and immediately turned, trying to take a breath. And I opened the door and walked out. And I was outside there, crying, trying to process what I just saw. And she came out. When I was out there, I was just telling myself it wasn't her. Probably one of her friends that came to the house. It wasn't just her. It wasn't her. It wasn't her. I didn't see the face. It wasn't her. And if she had waited a little bit longer for people to go in and out of the compound before coming out, then I would have just told myself it wasn't just her. But then she came out. And I just knew it was her. Even if for some reason I was trying to tell myself it wasn't, but I knew it was her. She just came out. And the first thing she said to me was, "Don't I knock?" That's the first thing she said to me. That don't I knock before just barging in. Have I forgotten this is in my house? And I looked at her. And I told her something. Have you forgotten you gave birth to me? I didn't ask to be here. Whatever you did brought about my existence. So don't try to pin this on me like I'm making this uncomfortable for you. You make my entire existence uncomfortable for me. And I took another walk that I didn't need. I took another walk, a very long walk, and I got lost. It took me a very long time to like get the house. I go back home by past 2 in the morning. And take a look at me. Someone who finds it hard to speak pidgin and sound this way. You can imagine how that night was for me. Trying to ask me for directions and probably meeting the wrong person. And then just assuming something about you. It was a lot actually. But I go back to the house. And I checked every single time I was checking my phone if she was going to call. But she never did. She never called to ask me where I was. if I'm coming back home. Where I went to, she never called. It was like I never existed. It didn't just matter. And every single time I'm always asking, so I asked her something one time like that. Asked her, what did I do to you? Was it something that he did a time like that, probably in his life? Was it something he did to you when you guys were there? And you can't forgive him for it, and now you're taking it out on me. If that's the case, I am truly sorry. I'm sorry for his sake. I'm sorry for my sake. Is it how it made you feel during the pregnancy? Is it probably something I've said before and I can't just remember? That's making you hate me this much, punish me for something I don't have any memory of. But I am sorry. I begged her for forgiveness for something I've never done before. And she told me, and to know you, that she's trying her best to be there for me. And I looked at her. You're trying your best to be there for me. See, she's trying. It's also really hard for her right now. I should try to understand things. I said, okay. My mother saw 2 affirmations of her sewing motions the second day my sister died. We didn't even know about it. I think Good News started asking and doing her own investigations and realized that Vivian has started selling Esther properties. And she didn't know how to tell me, because if she knew it was going to break me, she just knew it was just going to tear me apart, because if she knew how close me and Esther was, and she knew how that death destroyed me. I have and my mother is dating a 26 years old guy and I'm 24. So I don't know. I'm always asking myself, do your age preference of guys never increase? Like, your age literally increases every year, but your preference of guys still remain the same. So the guys who've had some before that age, do you dump them like you dumped that, or do they do something wrong, or do you do something wrong? Because I can believe if you do something wrong, it's normal. You always do something wrong. I don't think she's ever done anything right before. But I'm 24 and her boyfriend is 26. I don't think she's even dating guys that at least have something or figured out life. Guess that's guys. Boy, I don't want to sound condescending or like. No, it's a lot. I'm not even doing that. But as I say, I don't hate her. I don't love her. I don't even like her. She's not just important enough to have that much reaction for me anymore. She doesn't exist to me. And my sister will say, good news. So I will say, forgive her. Esther is gone. Do you want to leave and have this in my heart? And I'm like, yes. I don't care. Say whatever you want to say. Forgive, don't die with. Let me die with it. That's my business. You're not the one having the grudge. You're not the one who she left on the stairs. I know that she also left you. Yeah, let's get that straight. I thought she also left you. And what she did to you too was so really, really wrong. And we all had to feel her absence. But I was left on the stairs. I had to live my entire life. I didn't even get to see her. I didn't get to see how good she was. At least you guys have good memories of her. I don't have that. I don't have that at all. My entire memory of her is flawed. And then she had to go the extreme in having sex. And you know that didn't happen once. That's not the only time it happened. Like me seeing her have sex. To say how she traumatized me to the bone. And people right now will say, I think you're pansexual because of what your mom. Nah, I'm not. I'm not. That's not the reason why. If you think that's the reason why Minish is important enough to have that reaction for me, it's not the reason why at all. For some reason, I kind of believe. I just want to believe I'm better off without her in my life. Like hard living was more of a blessing to me than a curse or a bad thing. It was more of a good thing. God took her away from my life for a reason. She still uses my dad's name. I don't know why. She uses my dad's name, Vivian. She uses his surname. And I've asked her once, like, why is the name still there? And you guys divorced to leave him. I'm not being disrespectful, it's just the truth. I called her the day I heard she sold my sister's machine. And I just told her to her face, so many things have been bottling in for like a very, very long time. And I told her, you're a disappointment of a mother. You're the worst thing someone to have to call a mother. And this is not me being rude, this is me being factual. Someone having you as a mother is, I don't even have the word for it, but you are just the word disappointment. Your entire existence is a disappointment. Honestly, it would have been better to the entire world if you left in Esther's place. At least one less problem for the world to care about. She is not dead for even a week. It's not up to 78 hours yet and you are selling her properties. A person you never cared about, a person you left to have the entire burden of the family. She came back when my dad died to have part of the money he left. We opened the shop for you and you sold every single thing in 8 and ran away again, because that's all you always do, run away. You leave when things get hard and come back when things are smooth. That's your logo. I'm so happy at where I am right now because of early this year, last year, I couldn't talk about this without breaking into tears. But I want people to actually see them and not just the part about them that was sad and depressing and stories that I would talk about and just tear up and making people sad too. People to actually get to see the kind of people they were while they were alive. Like how flawed and amazing they were at the same time. My sister wasn't perfect. My brother wasn't. Because of that guy, that guy would frustrate me. My sister was sending him on an errand and he would come to me and he would tell me, you go and do this and then I'll give 500 now. And I'm like, deal. He said, deal. So I would do it and then he would tell me, I'll give him my list. He did that for me way too many times. And I don't know why every single time I fall for it. I just don't know why. But I was just too dumb to say it. He wasn't perfect. He was far from being perfect, but he was amazing. He was a good person. And he didn't deserve that at all. He didn't deserve what happened to him. And my sister didn't too. It's August. This happened November. And every day when I wake up, the only time I get to live or have a bit of existence is like that first 5 minutes of you realizing, oh, you're still awake, or you're alive. And every other minute of your other seconds of the day is just filled with frustration. And I'm just like, what am I doing with life? What am I doing? I've had way more suicidal thoughts in the past months than I've had in 24 years of my life. Keep on thinking, like, I'm jealous of my sister somehow that she had to leave. I'm jealous of my dad. I'm jealous of my brother. That they're fine. They're they had to leave this. I don't want to curse. Well, this whole thing we call a life. I know people keep on saying, have hope, have faith. But how's that possible? You don't know what it's like. You don't know how it feels. My mom, my dad, my brother, my health, my sister, our financial status, the fact that I don't even have a good solid job, but right now I'm just walking around trying to figure out my life. And I'm 24. And my friends, see, I am happy I have such amazing friends, honestly. But sometimes I think about it, like my best friend is in school, probably going to be graduating soon. Another friend is literally traveling the world, like he's been in how many countries now? I can't even count. The other is doing something really, really significant with his life, and I'm just here. And I don't know what I'm doing. I wake up every day and I'm like, oh, I'm here again. Like, sometimes I read articles on people who just sleep and not wake up, and I'm like, I wish that would happen to me. At least I won't feel any pain. And I won't even know I'm not existing anymore. It's just, I'm gone. Like I said, I've lived the major part of my life in depression, battling depression every single time, and the only person who've kept it together is the fact that I had my sister. I had the person who was my ride or die, who would fight, would settle. We fought once and she begged me with shawarma. She didn't even tell me I'm sorry. She told me she was passing by the shawarma shop and she saw that they had shawarma. She got, am I going to eat? I said, no, I'm not eating. Blah, blah, blah. In my head, I was starving. I knew, oh God.
Sorry,
I
was
needed
not going
that.
to feed you. So the shawarma did.
I was so starving. She kept it. She said she got two. She can't finish the two. I was like, I'm not eating. It's okay. If I'm ready to eat, it's on the table. And before she knew it, she came back out. She didn't say shawarma anymore. She said, what happened to it? I said, she was like, oh, so you can eat shawarma? I said, yeah, stubborn. My sister was amazing. My sister was amazing. I don't do that. This is me being happy. I want to be happy today. I deserve to be happy.
You do, actually.
I deserve to be happy, man. Just want to have that person in my life. I have a lot of people who are more of a parent. I have precious mom, Rosemary. Oh, that woman is amazing. Precious mom. I have Marvel's mom. Marvel's mom is so funny. Marvel is one of my best friends. Marvel, Precious, Fabian, Richard. These people all kept me together for a very long time. And I've hurt them. I've hurt them so many times. I've hurt Marvel, I've hurt Precious. I hurt Precious so much. But Precious loves me so much. She loves me either ways. We fought. I think the first day we met, we fought. We were kids then. And we fought then. And now it's 10 years and we still love each other. So Marvel's mom has always been there. Oh, she took care of me so many times. Marvel's mom cooking is good. I'll come back home and I'll be so hungry. And the first Precious has that thing right now. If I go to Precious' house, the first place I'm going to the kitchen. I'm just dropping my bag. Like, I'm entering the house, pressing my phone, and I'm dropping my bag. And the first place was like, yeah, look at him. First place I'm going to is the kitchen, and I'm opening the pot, and I'm like, you guys have anything in this house? I'm going to the sell her mom. Her mom is amazing. So I've had lots of people in my life who replaced my mother effortlessly. Like she was never there. Because honestly, she was never there. Let's be honest. She wasn't.
Jackson.
Hello.
Man.
Well,
I don't know what to say, man.
no, people have mothers they care about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just people have mothers they don't care about. I had a father. I had a father who is amazing to me. That man. That man was an angel.
I think
He was sick. Huh?
I think all the beautiful people that you have in your life made you an amazing soul.
Yeah, remember me?
No. Listen, I said it before, and then you're like, "Oh, you've not met me. You've not." Nah. Listening to you, yeah. Trust me, you do have that. I don't think if anything like this ever happens to me, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't want to encourage whatever thought, but I don't think I'll be around because, that's but I want to beg you for one thing, right? You listen to the voice notes. You go back to your old messages, you and Esther. You have this ring with you for years. And you have something about your dad, obviously.
A shoe.
A shoe.
A shoe.
You guys were the same size.
Huh?
Okay, the shoe.
Yes.
What's that called? Sorry.
I forgot I know what it's called. But I have that, and I also have a key holder he used to have. That key has been with me for 14 years.
These people fought for you.
Huh?
They loved you. You have to live for them. If that's just the reason that you have to live for them. It would have been in vain. All Lester did. Daniel, right? Everything he did. For them. You have to. I can't even imagine how tough and crazy and everything. Like, I can't imagine. And I don't want to dig deeper because I know, like, you're holding off with a smile and the laughter. But I know, like, you're breathing like times 5 the speed that your heart is supposed to be right now. But you have to live for them. You've carried them with you in your heart, like, for the longest time. Carrying Daniel in your left finger. And Esther. You have to live for them. I know you spoke about, like, being tired, they're at peace right now. You don't think, you want to be here, but, man, like, every love that they gave you, every presence, every word that they spoke to you would have been in vain if you let it all go. You have to live for them. And I believe you can find strength in, definitely Esther, Everything that you guys dreamed about, you have to do them for her. And at each point when you achieve them, I don't know how you guys will communicate. Probably look to the sky or go back to center, send the message in the diary like, I did it for us. Or we did it, So I don't know how. I'm not trying to tell you how to use your pain because I didn't leave it, but I'm just telling you like that's like a good way to use the pain. You have to leave for them. It might be tough, hard, of course, life.
Yep.
But everything you guys, especially Esther, because from everything you've been saying, you guys like are the closest.
Yeah,
Everything you ever talked about to do, everything that you've shared together as dream, vision, ideas, whatever it is, you have to do it. You have to do them. For everyone, for her especially, you have to. That's the only way you're going to honor every sacrifice she ever made for you. So sometimes, even if you don't have the strength personally, you look back at her like, what would Esther do in this case?
She'll be a lot better in a lot of things. She's creative, she's smart. I'm far from being that.
So use everything she's ever shared with you to solve whatever you're going to see going forward. I mean, I've lost someone, so I tap into that sometimes. Like, okay, I just borrow strength where I can't see it, but I just imagine it like, okay, yeah, let me use it. Don't worry. Yeah, okay, because of you. Yeah, don't worry. I'll do it. But for her sake, like that's somebody that wanted like you to have it all.
Yeah, she did. She's gone days before. She's borrowed funds a time like that from an app when I was sick to get food for me. She had completely nothing in her bank account, and she got her food for me through the funds, and she hadn't eaten. Then later I realized that she hadn't eaten for like a while. I was like, you haven't eaten and you're hungry? She said, as long as I'm fine, she'll be fine. She'll be fine. She wasn't getting as much clients as before due to people found out she's sleeping in the shop, so people didn't trust her with this stuff and the whole reputation again. I fought for her once. This is going to sound how I was it, so violent. And it's going to make me look bad. And I don't want to look bad. But it's just the truth. It's my sister. I don't joke with her. Or about anything.
So right now, don't joke with her dreams.
The woman was pregnant, and she came to the shop talking craps and all, like black Americans would say. She was talking smack and asking about her clock. Okay, obviously my sister disappointed, let's give it to her. She was disappointed a lot of times, but that's because of me. Thanks to me, I was very sick and she needed to attend to me in so many ways. She was disappointed and she wasn't thinking straight at the time. She was far like off her game mentally at that time, but she was collecting clothes because she needs the funds. So I confronted the woman, just went up to her and told her, okay, my sister has messed up. I don't see I am such a good person. I haven't cost her all like this. Wow, I'm proud of me. So I told her, okay, my sister has messed up, obviously, but the way you're talking is not so nice anymore. Then she told me to keep quiet. She's heard my own gist outside. And I told her, okay, now let's not go there, because of the only future you have right now is one inside of you. And we're not even sure how that's going to turn out. So don't come here and talking to me like you know a thing about me. We all know you didn't even get married. You act like you actually have it all. But let's be honest, your husband works in the bank as Jesus Christ, that was so shady. Your husband works in the bank as a messenger. You don't have a thing in your account. You don't have a thing in your name. The only person right now that you actually have hope for is the one living inside of you. We're not even sure how that's going to turn out. So don't come and start giving excuses or insulting me because I'm gay or I'm whatever you guys call it.
Okay.
It was just very, very mean. And I told her to leave. She was like, she's going to call her and say, call your husband, the messenger guy, call him. Let me send him a message. Call him. And I told her to get out. Like, if she doesn't get off here, it's going to get very, very messy.
But yeah, for real, man. So what I was gonna say is, no, for real, yeah. I don't even know where you people get this type of strength from, but man, I know you're not going to accept it, but you're really strong. And everything that I've said about your sister, because for some reason, I don't know her, but feels like she's present.
In my life,
Yeah.
that'd be nice. Good.
Yeah. And please, now this is me begging you for real, like everything you guys ever dreamed about, you have to do it for her. And you definitely will find strength to do it. God will help you. You don't have issues with God, definitely.
No, I do not
Okay,
have issues
so-
with God.
But God is definitely going to help you. And I'm proud of how far you've come. You're 24, you're worried. You know, I can understand. But I promise you, you're not too late. And everything is going to be fine. But please hold it dear. Like everything you ever spoke about, every dream. I keep saying this thing, I don't know why it's coming back to me, but like, you have to fulfill them. You have to finish everything. I'm not saying go to fashion school, but I'm sure that influenced your decision to, you know, what you're doing right now. And that's part of it. You're already on the path already, so.
Okay.
But thank you. Thank you so much for... Jesus, man, that's a lot. I need to take a shower. I need to...
Wow.
Thank you so much for being here. This was such a... I don't know, man, but thank you.
Thank you for having me. This actually helped.
Do you feel good?
Yeah, talking about how I, in this way, without breaking into tears. Actually, I thought I was going to cry a lot more. But without crying and just making people see how she was.
Yes.
Without giving this whole sad vibe. It's so nice.
You did that.
Like, it's so nice. I've
Thank
always
you.
wanted people to see that part of her. Because when people like, how's the sister? And I start crying, it's all just change.
Emotions and tears
Yeah.
and all. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having this. It was nice. This was
Wow.
good.